10 seconds after halftime, I get the ball on my right shoulder from Mahmood, and then I fend off Nick Staff, put the ball down, and then far out. We're back in the game. I've scored 2
Mick,
tries.
Settle
Here we
down.
go.
We've heard this story so many times.
All right. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. Joined as always by Mick and Age. Boys, how are we going?
Jimmy, besides the aching muscles and bones that are hurting everywhere, I'm going well.
Mate,
Going very
likewise, I am struggling after the charity match, but we do have a huge episode this week. We're going to recap the SportShed TV Charity Match. We're going to give you our Round 1 preview, our NRL Futures, and our 2023 Ladder Predictions.
And along with all that, we got play or penalty and our regular listener questions. It's going to be a doozy. Stay tuned, guys.
So don't hop off. There's plenty coming.
There's way too much. It's going to be a big, big episode.
But let's kick things off with the big elephant in the room, the charity match. We obviously competed in it. What a great event organised by SportShed TV.
Yeah, no, it was unreal. Great crowd, great turnout.
I think they said it was close to 800 tickets sold.
I think they sold 900. There was probably about 800
700-800 people in the crowd.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Heaps of people on stream. But no, it was a great event. Yeah, credit to the boys at SportShed. They put it on and, they did a great job of it.
Yeah, I think there was $3,000 raised for both charities, so an amazing outcome. And it's going to be even bigger and better next year, I think.
But let's talk about the game. That's what everyone wants to hear. Obviously, we were part of the Ronald McDonald House team that went down.
I think we played like Ronald McDonald.
In the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes, we did, I think.
Our first 10 and our last 10 were shocking.
Dreadful. But we brought it back. I'm very proud of the boys. And that's the first 10 minutes of that second half. We came back and we got it from 18-8 to 18-all. And that's when my eyes lit up. I'm like, holy shit, we can do this.
And then there was a
Controversial. Very controversial.
Yep.
So from what I heard, our left players was told by the touchy there's going to be a drinks break.
Apparently, they announced it on the PA as well.
On the PA as well.
Yep, PA.
So everyone thought there was going to be a drinks break. So our team, we start walking back. Nick Carews takes a quick tap and he runs the whole field.
Yeah.
And the ref didn't even know and he's following him, gives him the try.
Yeah, that was...
The ref, I have to say, I normally like the refs. He was shocking. And look, it was acknowledged from both sides. He was shocking.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back next year. You can put my money on that.
No, 100%. But look, apart from poor refereeing decisions, we actually played not too bad.
I think, as a collective, the Cars Patrol boys lit it up.
So just to show you how much things change, you were named in hooker. You played the full game at hooker, unexpected.
60 minutes in the heat.
Mate, especially for a big
as
boy
I said,
like
I can't run 15 minutes and they left me on there for 60 minutes, no subs.
We had no subs.
They got
no
to fix
subs.
that.
We had one sub and then we had an injury before halftime, then we had another injury.
And then we had a random bloke in the crowd come on and fill in.
Raymond.
Shout out to Raymond.
In his fucking dunks.
We got smashed the first round.
So apparently the story with Raymond is Hectic Fred took off his jersey and he was like, mate, you go on. They had to get him to sign a waiver form. He ran on in his basketball dunks and just got folded the first tackle. But anyway, I was named to play front row.
Yep.
I got moved to second row before the match.
Yep.
Then in the start of the second, I've got moved to centre. So I went back to my natural position and that's probably where I played my best footy.
I was start on the wing. And then after the first 10 minutes, I was like, stuff this. I'm going in the middle.
Our halves, they didn't really line it up, did they?
Yeah.
Well, you were saying last podcast, I'm so happy I'm on the wing, get to smoke the pipe. I told you, it's not going to be that fun smoking the pipe.
It wasn't fun out
Especially
there.
watching the way we played. You're probably
Watching
like,
you
I've had
boys
enough.
just get beat up in the
Let
middle.
me get in there. Kalen Ponga like.
Let me get in there. Sort of steered the ship around a bit towards the back end of the first half. Then we made the change, moved into the halves in the second half. And as you said, got back into the game and then that was it.
So we actually came home from the event after a night out and we're like, you know what, let's watch the game and let's count all our stats and put them into SuperCoach points.
We had a few drinks, so there might be a few discrepancies in the points, but give or take.
There was a few arguments about line breaks, try contributions, whatever.
Jimmy was claiming line break assists left, right, and centre.
Let's go from worst to best. So we start off with Jimmy. Yeah. He still played incredible. Sometimes, like Cooper Cronk, he never got 100 SuperCoach points in his career.
Never.
And he wasn't a stalwart for SuperCoach, but
he's
that's
a star.
like Jimmy. He's a star. He's still a star. Future immortal. So, Jimmy. He had 7 runs, 1 line break, 1 tackle break, 1 try contribution, 3 tackles, 1 conversion.
From in front.
1 missed tackle, 1 error and penalty. Which equals 30 SuperCoach points in 60 minutes. Hey, it's half a point a minute.
It's very good.
For a dual winger 5'8", it's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Considering I started on the wing,
100%.
Yeah.
and then
you
I
probably
moved
got all those points in the second half playing 5'8".
Exactly,
So.
yeah. So I think I was on about 2 points playing on the wing.
But let's talk about your bombs, because obviously they don't score well in SuperCoach.
No.
They score nothing. But you actually terrorise the defence with bird and bombs.
I know, yeah. Put a couple up, forced 2 errors off them.
Yeah, one was me getting in there and I did a cheeky strip.
Cheeky
The ref
strip.
didn't see it.
2 on 1 strip.
Got him.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of Burton bombs. But yeah, I was spewing. We didn't get to see a Jason David Burton bomb.
I know.
So we saw 2 tries, full field. Mate, no one was touching
How
him.
wholesome was that to see Jason scoring and the
I
crowd
wouldn't even
going
call
around
it
him?
wholesome. The crowd, yeah.
Yeah, the crowd.
He just literally put the burners on, fended 20 people. They weren't going to touch him.
Oh,
They
Jason.
didn't get near him.
Apparently, Bulldogs are going to offer him a contract now.
Yeah, they do need a halfback, so there you go, Jace. Congratulations.
But you had raps from Olin Teckers, a well-known social
Yeah,
media
called me Castro.
Castro.
On
I
the-
think he was trying to say Cast Patrol.
And it
Yes.
Or
slipped.
Castro, who was meant to play. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
he
don't know.
said, and quote, "This man has been pulling strings all day.
Yeah.
He's tall and skinny, but he's not afraid to get in there."
He's tall and slim. Yep. Thank you, Olin. Yeah, no, it was good to get a few raps. But yeah, no, thought I asserted myself well in that game.
Yeah, even the coaches, Hectic Fred and
Oh.
Jake Cairns, were saying, mate, we didn't know you could play. We thought you were a winger. We didn't know you were half.
Well, John Bernard Kay had a reels. Did you see it? The pre-game
Yeah,
talk? He
he
said,
did.
"Boys, the cast patrol. One of them's Asian.
Yeah.
He said Asians can't play footy.
rugby."
Exactly right.
Now look at this.
Yeah.
Jimmy fucking
In
owns
his
the
words.
Proving
show.
them wrong.
Proving
them wrong.
But
Proving
look,
the
we
haters
move
wrong.
on to probably the biggest disappointment of the match,
Oh, man.
age. Because
come
we
on.
had you ranked as the star, the one that would lead us to victory. Something just didn't work for you there.
Well, as they say, your backs and your hookers aren't good without the forwards going forward. And
that
there
what they
wasn't
say?
much of that besides
well,
Darlo.
look, let's read your stats.
And Ados was on fire.
That second half.
Mate, he was like Ben Hannett from the grave.
So Age's stats, he had 7 runs, like Jim, 6 tackle breaks, 10 tackles. Now, 10 tackles is the most out of us 3. But for a hooker that plays 60 minutes,
In the middle.
how do you only get 10 tackles?
I think for the last 20, I ended up on the wing because I was so gassed.
This is Adrian quoted this. We walk into the sheds and I quote Adrian, mate, I reckon I made 30 tackles out there.
Honestly, it felt like that. I was convinced for 24 hours I made 30 tackles in the middle.
The best is when we counted him was 10.
Yeah.
You did 1 try contribution. You did 4 missed tackles.
That was the fatigue
You did
and the no subs.
2 errors and penalties. You have a lot of mistakes and missed tackles in your game.
Yeah, I know. One of the errors was the short kick that didn't find 10.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
Don't practice those, but I did get a forced dropout off a kickoff.
One of those missed tackles led to a try from Big Dan.
Well, he was running at Jason David.
He was running at you first.
No, he ran straight to Jason. So I had to run to the side and dive at his legs.
And you missed him.
This time I missed him.
Yeah.
And then Jason just stood on the try line and let him score.
If I was, I'd be doing the same thing if I was Jason. Do you see the size of Dan?
Yeah,
Dan-
Dan's
he
huge.
was
Oh,
a big
mate.
bopper. But I chopped him once.
You
But
did.
other than that,
Like a tree.
he was trying to take my head off the rest of
Oh,
the game.
100%.
He wasn't happy with that.
Hopefully he's on my
But
team
look,
next year.
more positive, you hit a forced dropout off the kickoff, which got our ball back
Yeah,
off a try.
that was
So
a
well
doozy.
done there. For his total point, SuperCoach points of 36.
Congratulations.
For a
mate.
hooker that plays 60 minutes, first
That's
game,
average.
first game,
Very
lack
average.
of fitness, no forwards going. I reckon it's just.
Look, it was all your hog runs from dummy half that got your points.
Someone had to fucking make some yards.
Well, speaking of meter eaters, we go to the best performer out of us 3.
Yep.
And boys, I told you, when you were doing your little pricing odds and you had Jimmy ranked at $1.10, I'm like, boys, I'm telling you, I'm a natural try scorer. It's going to happen. Age goes, I'm going to score from dummy half. Did not say that?
He did.
I tell you,
I had one go, got close,
You
and
got
Dan
close.
stripped it off me.
well, that's
2
right.
in 1.
Close but no cigar.
Illegal.
That's what they say.
And look, now we go to the man of the match out of the
line
cast
finder.
patrol, boys. Me, Mick.
Mate, you're running at Nick Stavel Day. He's never
Yeah.
played rugby league in his life.
Mate, look, it's not about who
Mate,
you go up against. It's
You
what
put
do.
Age at that left side, he'd score 5.
I don't think you've had the
Six,
cardio.
No, true.
He wouldn't have the
I
cardio to
scored
run.
5 in the first half and go off.
Well, look, I did 2 tries, 2 line breaks. They came from the tries.
Yep.
Now, this is a good fact for you. 6 runs. So I had 1 less than you boys, but I did 7 tackle breaks.
You're pretty much like
Riddle with that.
Latrell Mitchell in Origin.
riddle me
Just
that.
sit in centre and do a few X Factor things.
100%. I did 3 tackles 0 missed tackles,
Nice.
1 very bad defensive read. So I'm very lucky to not get a missed tackle.
That should be like 10. You rushed out and tried to intercept close to the line.
It was a shocker. I know. 1 penalty when I went for a strip on Nick Carews, but Jim was on his feet.
Yep. So it was 2 and 1.
I should have called it there. My bad, Jim. But for a total SuperCoach points of 80 points.
That is huge.
That's huge.
Huge.
I told you, I'm meter eater. I scored tries for
No,
fun.
you did play very well. And
Credit
2
where
tries
credit's
is-
due. You played very well,
Thank
mate.
you.
Yes.
But look, apart from that, it was a great day. It was great to meet people like John Bernard, who we've interacted
Meet
with
everyone.
on Instagram. 100%.
Yeah, everyone you see on social media, it was just great to see everyone.
And they're actually
meet
all
them.
great people.
Oh,
Every
great
single one of
blokes.
them, yeah. Went out for some burgers after. We had that famous pizza burger from
Yeah.
TikTok. It's got a pizza.
Yeah,
From
from
Sneakies, which was actually sponsored on the back of our jersey, as you can see if you're
Right
watching
there.
the YouTube.
yeah.
But yeah, it's 2 pizzas, and in the middle it's got 4 patties and 2 chicken fillets. It was too much.
It was $50 cut into 4s, and we shared it, and then we couldn't finish.
and you know how much we eat. So.
Yeah.
But, no, it was just good to see a few fans.
Oh, fans. We saw a number 1 fan,
Yes.
Rosie, who writes our articles. She was extremely excited to see us, and we were excited to see her. Be
We
like,
finally got to meet her as well. so
yeah,
that
and
was
we know
good.
she's listening. So shout out to Rosie, who writes incredible articles.
And her dad, who's apparently our second biggest fan.
But yeah, so that was the charity match. We can't wait to be back next year. Win,
Yeah.
lose or draw. It's for charity. It's a great cause.
Bit of fun.
I'm
It was a
G.
great day.
Reed, but
Yeah.
I'm very sore.
I'm very sore. Well, I was that sore yesterday, boys. I went to get a Thai massage.
Here we go.
Hey,
Yeah.
hang on. Did you get a happy ending with it?
Hey,
massage.
it might have been happy
Rub and
ending.
tug.
I got a remedial massage. Full
Uh,
body,
Yeah.
60 minutes.
Were you nude?
She was, I wasn't nude, but she was getting close to my privates, I'll tell you that much. So I had 60 minutes. It was amazing. She was getting all the knots out and everything. I literally, pins and needles.
What, from all 10 tackles?
Here we go. What about the fucking 6 tackle breaks?
Fucking hell.
Carrying that 3 people on my back.
Jeez, you had a big game, didn't you?
Mate, massive game.
Yeah. In the
Monster
middle,
game.
10 tackles, 7 runs.
Hey, you got 30 SuperCoach points. When you guys play in the middle, and
4 missed
tackle
tackles.
the big boys, come
Gee
talk
whiz,
to
you had
me.
a big game.
You guys are on out with the soccer TikTokers on the wing.
10 tackles for a full minute.
All right, listen to my story.
Anyway, please continue.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so we finished the massage, and I'm sitting up. She's doing like the final touches.
Final touches?
Hey,
Hey.
Okay.
And she's like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, like from Mascot." She's like, "Oh, what's your background?" I'm like, "Italian." She's like, "Your face looks like a woman." And I'm like a woman? Like, what is that a good thing or a bad thing? She's like, "Oh, very good, very pretty." I was like, "Ooh."
oh
okay.
my God.
So I think that's why she was getting a bit close to my genitals. She might have been attracted,
Right.
but yeah, you're listening, Sophia. I didn't do anything.
Time massage, hey?
Wow.
No, but honestly, that Thai massage was amazing. Go to Grand Thai Maroubra, and it was
Fixed
like,
you up?
oh mate, I feel so good today.
Yeah.
Like every single part of my body, except what you're
Hey!
thinking, Jimmy.
Mate,
Except what you're thinking.
you're selling it
feels
well.
very
Yeah.
good.
Is there a
yeah.
2 for 1, Jim?
Jeez. Beautiful.
But yeah, speaking of good things, we did a podcast with Campbell Graham. It dropped on Sunday just after the charity match. And boys, he's incredible.
Mate, he had some great banter, and he knows his footy very well. I know he plays the game, but to be able to express it in such a great way, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because when you see him on the field, obviously he's a very tough defensive player. He does media interviews and sometimes he's a bit quiet, not outspoken.
Well, he's an introvert.
Yeah.
But like, he was very
on
like,
the po-
Very
expressive,
open.
yeah.
he roasted you. He was.
Oh, I'm not over that.
He was talking about everything, but he was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, it was unreal. And obviously one of the best centers in the game, I'd
Yeah,
say.
he's one of the most
still,
loved
yeah.
players as well. No one hates Campbell.
No,
Everyone
no.
loves Campbell,
Yeah.
especially for South.
Yeah, so I think all NRL fans will appreciate this interview. So definitely go check it out on our YouTube, Apple, or Spotify.
But yeah, we'll include a clip of the podcast now so you can get a glimpse of what Campbell Graham is like behind the footy field. Obviously, you two went to school together and you
Yeah.
played through the South Junior system together.
Yeah.
Age every week on the podcast always says how good and talented he was at rugby league. Can you confirm his
Yeah.
theories?
Yeah, I think the age of 12 he is probably the next big thing, but
100%.
I don't know if he's grown since.
You should have seen me at 12. I was literally half the size. But the coaches did say I was better than Dean Hawkins. So I'm taking that to my grave.
Yeah,
You do say that a lot, eh? You like to bring that up.
Dean will be burning right now. Oh,
Even when
Sorry,
Dino
Dave.
made his debut, he's like, I should have been out there.
I did not say that.
nah, I remember he was quite good at touch. I'll give him that. He was a good touch player, but
I just never grew.
that was his only drama.
Yeah, that's the only.
Another big thing that happened to us this week is we made our radio debut.
We did.
Live on air on SEN track down in Victoria.
Yep.
What an experience talking horse racing with them down there.
Yeah, it was good to chat with the boys down at SEN track. Radio debut.
And your best bet got up, Jimmy.
Best of the day got up.
Best of the day
on radio.
Saturday.
Swore on radio as well.
Yeah.
I could not believe
Biggest F-bomb.
I said to the boys before, I'm like, boys, just remember, we're live on radio.
Yeah.
We can't clip it. It's not a podcast. No swearing. Just be good. No swearing. The boys like, yep. No worries. Get to radio.
Literally 3 minutes in.
3
Jimmy
minutes
drops
in.
an
Jimmy
F-bomb.
goes, yeah, fuck. We listened to it back and it was fucking good. I go,
We're like, oh, Jimmy.
and the guy goes, oh, sorry for the profanity there.
That's right. He put his tongue tie on very quickly and
But
tipped
yeah.
us a winner as well.
But look, you backed it up with your best bet, and we'll include a clip of you telling your best bet to over tens of thousands of listeners.
Cast Patrol.
Love it. Now we need a winner. We need a winner for
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we need a
So-
best
so
bet
what
from
do
you
got?
boys. You're right around the country right now. You've got to come in with a bag. I'll tell you what, I'll guarantee you, if you tip us a winner, boys, we'll get you back on, but you can't tip Anima or in secret.
We need one each too. One each and a Cast Patrol multi.
Yeah, we need something from you here.
All right, so I think best of the day tomorrow, race 1, Sandown, number 6, Right You Are. He's got the fitness edge on most of his rivals. He's absolutely airborne. He'll go forward, and yeah, they won't beat him.
Like it? Have we
Fuck, how good was that, eh, boys?
Mate, you nailed
Radio
it.
debut.
You nailed
Mate,
it.
you're a grand final horse. You just
Best
step
bet
up for
wins.
these occasions.
I do. But no, it was good to jump on radio, with the boys. Bit of fun. Hopefully we'll jump back on soon.
And then we got the call up on SEN New Zealand
Yes.
for rugby league.
Crazy. It's almost like you do one good thing, like his best bet, and another one comes.
Everything comes in threes. Maybe there's another one.
Who knows? But yeah, we went on there, talked some shit down there.
Mainly about South Sydney and our chances this year,
Yep.
predictions, whatnot. But that was great.
The radio guy had some bold takes.
Very bold.
He-
One of the questions was, what do you think about Cody Walker going to lock at the end of his career?
Like John Sutton, we go,
We're like,
ooh.
hang on. What about Cameron Murray?
Very left field.
Oh, that
it was
was
very,
very-
very left field.
Very, very
He
left.
tried to
field.
throw us off, and we weren't having a bar of that.
But apart from that, thank you, SEN, for getting us live on radio, and we appreciate it very much, and hopefully do some more things for you guys.
100%.
Albert
And
Age.
another thing that we have going on is our SuperCoach Classic League.
Yes.
So everyone out there who does SuperCoach or who wants to do SuperCoach and join a league, you can join our league by using the code 265214. And you can join for free. It's free entry, no cost.
Yep.
And you get to win a special prize.
Big
Which we
prize.
have not announced yet.
No.
It's
Not
probably going to
announced.
be T-shirts,
Whoa,
shorts. Oi, is
don't
that too
tell
much,
them.
Mick?
It's too much info. But if that's all too hard, we'll just put the link in the bio to join. Just click it, make an account, or if you already have one, it should go straight in.
But yeah, go to league, join league, 265214.
But speaking of SuperCoach, boys, it's back. Footy is officially back. The off-season
Back
drought.
in business.
Mate, we
done.
just had a team list Tuesday.
Oh, it's
Everything. Life is
unreal.
good.
Life is good.
Life
Yes.
is complete.
Just think, only a couple more sleeps and you'll be waking up to some footy.
I can't believe it's here.
From
but
Thursday to Sunday this weekend, won't leave the couch.
Oh, 100%.
I've done so much research
Just
already.
clear the calendar. But look, when we do talk NRL for this podcast, it is sponsored by Dabble. So, boys, get
Our
your
good
Dabble
friends.
hats on. Our good friends at Dabble. So, I'm going to put this beanie on in summer. How good. I'm not going to sweat at all. But yeah,
Beanies are pretty sick. Though.
they are sick. Look, it is sponsored by Dabble, and we'll be going through every single game. So if you don't like rugby league, skip forward a bit. But if you do love it and you want to know a bit more about our thoughts and who's going to win in round 1 of the NRL sponsored by Dabble, then stick around. H, kick things off. Parramatta Eels versus Melbourne Storm.
So this is one of the blockbusters of the round.
Yep.
We all know the stat. Melbourne have not lost a round 1 game since 2001.
Yeah,
Bellamy just gets them humming straight away.
he does.
But they have a terrible record against the Storm.
Terrible.
Against Para.
Yeah.
So I think they've lost 7 out of 9. They've
Yeah.
lost the last 4. So which stat are you taking, Jim?
Look, like you said, it's just hard to go. Like, the stats don't lie. 2001.
They don't.
20 years. Over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Never lost round 1. And
It's big news, but Dabble have Melbourne Storm
Yep.
priced at $1.67 favourites to Parramatta Eels, $2.15.
And I think literally just before it's drifted to $1.70. Oh, it's gone back in now.
Well, I've got the live odds
they
here.
keep fluctuating.
So maybe
Yeah.
it's drifting as you're listening to this on a Wednesday or Thursday.
But yeah, that's a bit of value, I reckon.
But look, I
$1.70?
do have to say, looking at that Melbourne Storm team,
Yep.
mate, they look a shell of themselves, don't they?
A lot of injuries.
A lot of key outs.
Their
lot of
forward
players-
pack is their big concern. If there's
Yeah.
a few injuries,
I'm more worried about their back 5.
like the outside backs.
Nick
Yeah.
Meaney, Will Warbrick, Remus Smith, Young Tanamapia, Xavier Coates.
Coates is a beast. Warbrick is a brick.
Well, he's not playing NRL games, so you can't really say.
I've seen him in the trials.
Yeah,
he
he
looks
was.
like a good thing.
It's a different game.
He looks like a good thing, Mick. You're
He
going to be
does.
eating your words. And Remus is solid.
Yep.
And you love Nick Meaney, Mick.
I do love Nick Meaney, but from Pappenhausen to Nick Meaney's a big jump.
The positive is Munster still is there, Hughes is there, and Grant is there.
And do you think these boys want to be the ones that lose that first round one?
Not really.
In 20 odd years?
And I'm sure they know about this stuff.
oh, they know.
Oh, they
They
know.
know as
Bellamy will be telling, and this could be Bellamy's last season, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he doesn't want to lose a round one game. But it's full credit to Melbourne just getting their players ready for round one, and they keep that momentum going all the way up till finals. They don't stop.
100%.
Relentless.
But I'll be chucking Xavier Coates in all my same game multis. He's moving back to the left
Yeah.
on Munster's side. Left side, strong side.
Yeah.
Chuck him in.
But that Parrot team, what do you reckon?
Look,
Josh Hodgson
A lot
debut.
of outs. A lot of outs.
The forward pack is different. It's very different to
It
last
is.
year, considering that was their powerhouse from last year. Look, you got your boy at 13, Jermaine Hopgood. Big raps on
He's
him.
a freak.
Yeah.
Base stat beast. Great offload.
He'll play for Queensland this year.
Honestly, I'm
That's
with you,
huge
Jim.
rap.
I reckon if he is humming like to
Yeah.
round 10, he will be on the bench.
He has
Wow.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he lives up to the
But
hype.
their back row is a query for me. They went from Sean Lane and Isaiah Papali'i,
Yep.
two of the best and most informed back rowers, to now Bryce Cartwright and Matt Dury. With all due respect, that's a huge difference.
And especially because Lane and Maddo are out.
Yeah.
It's big.
It's a big loss. It's not their genuine second row pairing, but
Yeah.
for now it is.
I mean,
And
how old, like Cartwright hasn't played for like second row in a while. He's sort of been off the bench.
Not consistently.
yeah,
at
not
least.
consistently at
They
least.
got Murchie on the bench though, who will fill in.
Yep.
They won't be playing 80.
Even if you look at the Eels bench, like
It's,
Momasia,
Murchie,
Murchie, Wimu Greg, and
Makatoa.
Makatoa, like it's
fairly young, eh?
a young pack. Like I don't know. I'm not sure about that bench from Para, but yeah, I mean the
If
starting side.
I was a betting man, I think I'd be taking Melbourne Storm -4.5. I just
You
think
reckon that line?
I think that line. I think
Yeah.
the first round. Look, Para, their forward pack was everything last year.
What's Melbourne 1 to 12 paying, Mick?
Melbourne
Can you tell
1
me?
to 12, yeah, margin markets. 1 to 12 is $3.
Bang. That's the bet, I reckon.
You like
That's
that?
good
I don't
value.
think they'll pump them. I think they'll win though.
You think they'll still win?
I think they'll win. Can we put that on now, Mick?
Yeah, I'll double it. And remember,
Do that
if
right
you want to
now.
copy all our bets that we mentioned throughout this podcast, you can do so by following us on Dabble at the Cast Patrol. And if you're not on Dabble, sign up using the link in the bio.
And if you don't want to do that, make an account and use the code CastPatrol, CSTPATROL.
Because
And you
Dabble
can
is
follow
the
us
best.
instantly, copy our bets, copy other experts' bets,
Yep.
and you can join the banter channels and just talk shit the whole game.
It's the best. But look, we move on to the Friday night games. We have the New Zealand Warriors, $1.52 versus the Newcastle Knights, $2.50 on Dabble. Great odds there.
Mick, I think it is amazing odds. This is my upset of the week. The
Really?
Newcastle Knights.
Wow.
You've heard it here first.
Right.
Ponga into 5'8",
Yep.
Miller at the back,
Yep.
Saifidi brothers up front. I think they're a good thing.
Good thing.
Wow.
Tell you why. I've done my research. Knights have won the last 3 matches against Warriors.
Yep.
Of the 4 round 1 matches they played together, Knights have won 3.
Mhm.
And Knights have the second best record in round 1 games since 07, 69%.
They do start the season well,
They
nice.
always
will.
They
start
did
well.
last season.
They were
beat the
like
Chooks.
first for
Yeah,
the first
they beat
couple
the
rounds.
Chooks
And then,
The only
on.
problem is they have a bad record in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So that could be the only concern, but I think Knights come out firing, and $2.50 against the Warriors is criminal.
Yeah, that's good value.
that is good value. Who do you think, Jim? Because I think Warriors win this one. Just.
I think it's going to be a good game. I'm just like, Ponga 5'8", Miller fullback, like you said, Age. I think they'll be different, but I think it will, hopefully for the Knights' sake, it will work. The Warriors, just a very different team than last year, isn't it?
Huge. But one
Like-
thing I like about the Warriors is their bench. Ready? It's stacked.
Yeah.
With new signings and guns. Number 14, Dylan Walker. We saw how impressive he was for Manly off the bench.
Yep.
Bunty Afoa, we know how much of a motor
big
he's
bopper,
got.
yeah.
Huge.
Love Bunty.
Josh Curran, surprise on the bench. I think he should be starting. He was one of their best players in the last few years.
Yeah, he's a gun. I don't know how he got left out of that starting team.
And Tom Ale. You boys know
yeah,
Tom Ale?
he's played good in the trials.
He has been very impressive in
Yeah.
the trials.
So their bench is good. I'll give you that.
Look, Knights also have a very strong forward pack, but for me, after what I saw in the trials from the Knights, I just can't back him to save my life.
Yeah, they were disappointing in the
Oh,
trials.
I'm still got a query on Ponga at 5'8". I know they're going to stick with him, but I don't know. Is he a 5'8" or is he a fullback?
Yeah,
They
well, I
still
think
have like so many guns in their team that like haven't like fulfilled their potential. Like Bradman Best,
yeah.
Dom Young. We haven't seen the last thing of him. Ponga, Hastings, Miller, Brayley. Like they have the players. They have a good team on
Yeah.
I
paper.
remember they had these
and they
names
got
last year.
Adam Elliott on the bench.
That's a big signing.
like he'll come on, add some energy.
Yeah.
I'm with the Knights, baby.
You with the Knights?
With the Knights.
I'll be going with Warriors in this.
Yeah,
Probably into. Oh, I like a big boy scoring. Maybe like Tohu Harris to score.
Tohu. Nah, he's past his time.
You'll wait and see, boys.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. I'll probably lean towards Newcastle, but yeah, it could go either way.
I think I'll go Tuala. Safe option on the left, outside Ponga. Ponga loves his cutouts.
That's fair. And look, we have the next game at 8:05 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard. We have the Penrith Panthers paying a whopping $1.24 versus Brisbane Broncos $4.25. Is Penrith too short in this occasion after what we saw against St Helens, or do you still think they're going to be the same gun team that they were last year, even with key outs?
They have big outs, but I'm more confident coming off that loss. They're not losing this match, especially in Penrith.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the biggest wake-up call, like, shit, we're not as good as last year. Like, we're not just going to cruise through teams. And with Reece Walsh out, I think Panthers are in the prime seat to just put the sword to Broncos.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think, Panthers, I think after that loss to St Helens, like you said, I think it's massive wake-up call for them. So, yeah, I think they'll win, and I think they'll win well, to be honest.
Really? How well?
What's the line?
Yeah, what's the
The
line?
line's 14.5.
Ooh.
Because I'm actually thinking Brisbane with the line is a good bet. Hear me out.
I like just Panthers 6.5 over.
Just because there's so many key outs for Penrith or changes from last year's winning team. Who knows if they're going to gel straight away? And round one is always notorious for low-scoring games.
Yeah.
Just because teams still have to gel and get things
No
right.
chemistry, figuring stuff out, heaps of errors.
Well, Taruva gets that right wing spot.
Yeah, my boy, I picked him up on draft, on the waivers.
Yeah.
How good's that?
He's-
Mate,
good
he's very impressive.
He's
He played
a-
a few games last year from fullback and wing for Penrith, and he was incredible.
And then killed it for Fiji. He's the next big thing. I think if there's a fullback injury to Edwards, I think they're going to give him the run over
Instead of
Critter.
Stephen Crichton.
I think because Critter's leaving, they want to build this young kid
Rumours
up.
are that Taruva could be leaving after 2024, though, to Tigers. So
Yeah,
you don't know.
Not if he breaks out.
But the other fullback that I mentioned every other
Here
week,
we go.
Here we go.
Reece Walsh is out. Selwyn Cobber's fullback.
Yeah.
Boys, just wait. Just watch and see.
To be honest, it could be probably better. You don't really know.
It'll be good to see what he can do back there, Cobbo.
Like I said multiple times, he'll end up being the fullback for Brisbane at some point this year. And I think this game, although he might not kill it, I think it'll be a good run for him to show he can play
I'm
there.
excited to see Ezra Mam.
Yep,
I think he's going to have a
electric.
good season.
Hopefully, he doesn't have second year syndrome.
Yeah, I think Reynolds just allows him to play his game. Like Reynolds is all organising, and
There's a-
Ezra just chimes in.
There's a few good battles going on in this game.
Yeah, even
like
the-
in the
the
backs,
forwards as well.
The forwards, you got JFH and Yo versus Haas and Carrigan. That's a big. And in the back line, you got Isaac Tago versus Stags.
Yep,
And then Herbie versus Crichton.
and they're lining up against each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
So few
Yeah,
good
that'll be
battles.
interesting.
Yeah, few good matchups. But yeah, I think Panthers.
I think Penrith win.
Yeah.
I think so.
Penrith win.
Boys, if you had to do a bet for this game, I've obviously gone Brisbane with the plus 14.5 start. Who would you go and dabble if you had to have a bet?
Brian To'o, back to the left wing. Because as we know, Taylor made his ACL.
Yep.
So To'o shifts back to the left. Taruva should play right. If he doesn't, I don't know what Ivan's thinking. But on that left side, strong side, he'll probably be like $2 and just double your wage with age.
Not officially.
Unofficially.
Unofficially, yeah. I think I'm going to go Panthers 13 plus.
Wow.
13
So we're
plus.
battling out me against you.
I'll go against you. Yeah,
Do you guys have any?
Unless it's 13 on the dot and we both win.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any try scorers anytime?
I don't mind Luke Garner getting that left edge spot.
Yeah.
Kick out scored a fair
Running
heap
off
of
the line.
tries, last year. So I think near the line, Garner.
Anything, Mick?
I'm
value.
not sure if I've mentioned this guy before, but Selwyn Cobbo.
Yeah, he's scoring?
Yeah, Selwyn Cobbo's going to score.
Wait, who does he play for?
I think Brisbane Broncos.
Oh, okay.
And what position?
Is he a winger?
Your fullback.
Oh, there you go. I'll keep an eye
Yeah,
out for it.
perfect. But Saturday, we have my lock of the round. Manly Seagulls, $1.57 versus Canterbury Bulldogs,
lock.
$2.45 on Dabble. And we know how much locks mean to me.
So
So
you're going Manly as your lock.
Oh, Manly will be in my best bet this week. I just think at home in Brookie, they got a full team. Tom Trebojevic back. They got
That's it. That's all.
That's all.
Tom's
That's it.
back.
Should I
Their
just
full
stop
team.
my analysis?
Their full team's back.
That's it. Full team's back.
Turbo's back.
Turbo's back. Dogs, obviously a lot of new signings, but I think the same goes with them where they're still gelling. We saw in the trials they got absolutely pumped to Sharks.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
Bulldogs revolution.
It's not going to come like that
No.
to the Dogs. It's going to take time.
It will take time.
New half combo? Burden? No, not new halves combo.
Burden
New
on
fullback and
yeah.
hooker combo.
Yeah.
That's going
half
to be
the spine,
tough.
yeah.
So half the spine, kick outs there on the left. They're not going to
Reid
work
Marnie.
straight away, but Dogs are in for a good year.
Key out for Manly, Josh Schuster.
Schuster's
Cooper
out.
Johns replaces him in the
John's
middle.
into 5'8".
Cooper's been good in the trials. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
has
they lose
been.
too much there.
Yeah, he has been good in the trials, and he's come from the Melbourne system, so he'll slot in there fine.
Anytime try scorer, Ola Kawatu, get him in. He's a freak. Even first try. We always go Ola first
We do.
try.
We love a good second roll for a first try.
It's always value.
It's either a second roll or wing. It seems to be the first try scorers in the match. But boys, one player I want you to look out for this weekend. I'm not sure if it's his NRL debut. If so, he's only played a handful of games. KO Weeks.
Off the bench,
Off the
yeah.
bench, number 14. He's a fullback by trade, so he'll most likely be either the replacement if Turbo goes
and he
down.
plays 5'8".
And he plays 5'8". So if Johns goes down, he'll be in there.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
got some speed, this kid as well.
he's
a good
literally
player.
in the trials. He had 3 tries to his name.
Line breaks and all.
I've watched a bit of him in the lower grades, and I tell you, he's a real talent.
And
There's
Mick,
a,
to add to your lock of the week, did you know Manly have won 7 out of the last 8 against the Dogs?
Mate, I knew that.
You knew that?
That's why I
Is that why
purchased a
you're
lock.
confident?
I put a lock on him, and that's it. That's going to be my lock of the week for them.
Love
there's
it.
a interesting debutant age for the Dogs.
Interesting. Is it Preston?
Paul Alamotti.
Alamotti. How could I
Mate,
forget?
How could you forget
Mate,
your favourite player?
Mate, his chest is looking good. I've seen it. He
Yeah.
snaps me every day.
Mm-hmm.
He's just looking big, and he's going to be strong.
Yeah, how do you
Who's he
think
up against? He's on the left, so that means Manly's
Stubby
right.
Cooler?
Stubby Cooler. Speed versus strength.
Stubby's got defense too in him.
yeah,
That'll be a good battle.
Speed versus strength. That'll be a
Oh,
good
it's
one.
going to be good. But Alamotti, yeah, any time for him, he'd be a couple bucks on Dabble.
He hasn't scored a
They've
turn,
sort of
though,
thrown
but
him in the deep,
Yeah.
haven't they?
I'd probably steer clear of that, but if he scores, I wouldn't be surprised.
Or it just shows that how impressive a talent he is. If you can get a
True.
round 1 start, it means they've obviously done something right for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll be going with Seagulls at $1.57 on Dabble.
What about Pele on the bench? Did we give him a mention? Big Franklin Pele?
Big Franklin Pele.
New
yeah.
signing,
Yeah, I
going to be
think
incredible.
Keen to see
I love
him.
to see him come on for 30 minutes and just run hard.
Another interesting on the bench for Dogs, Jacob Preston. Apparently he's a gun.
Yeah, he's a weapon tackler.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
think he
strong
was
runner.
their player of the year in the lower grades
Yeah.
last year. So
Gus reckons he's just going to be like the leader of the club
Really?
for like years to
Like
come.
the new Josh Jackson.
Yeah, could
I
be.
hope so. But look, we head north to Jimmy's favourite team, the North Queensland Cowboys, $1.33 on Dabble. Take on the Canberra Raiders, $3.20 on Dabble. Jim, what can you say about your Cowboys? Obviously the same team this year. One new signing, James Tarmel. One goes out, Gilbert.
Confident.
Really?
Yeah, I think we had that first year last year with the team, and look what we achieved last year. So another year under the belt with them. I think Toddy just got re-signed as well for another big,
And
deservingly for another few years, and a big contract as well. But yeah, I mean we haven't really changed much from last year. Like you mentioned, Mick, we lost Gilbert, but we had Tarmel, who's been in the system before, he's experienced, but. Yeah, I can't see us losing this game.
I don't think so.
I've been impressed with Tom Dearden. I never rated him,
Yep.
but he's slowly getting me over.
He's very good.
I watched him in the trials and like, okay, this kid I think he's
tough.
legit.
When
He's
he was
legit.
at Brisbane, they were raps on him like he's going to be the next signing.
Yeah.
He's there for 10 years. Then he went to Cows and
Yeah,
obviously
on
he's
a good
killing
forward
it.
pack, you can see what he can
100%.
do.
One thing I love about the Cows most, and it showed last year, is just how many points they have on the park.
Yeah.
Like Drinkwater, Felt, Holmes, Hiku, Tuolangi. Then you got
Robson at hooker,
Robson.
show and go.
And then listen to this forward pack for points and strength. Ruben Cotter,
Yep.
Cohen Hess, Nanai, and Tamalolo.
Unreal.
they're very well rounded. That's what I love. about the
Very,
Cowboys.
very strong.
Very, very
no
strong. team.
marquee X factor.
Nah.
All just solid
Everyone just plays the role.
guns.
But in saying that, we do have to give credit to Canberra Raiders because their forward pack is one of the biggest in the NRL.
But they are missing a big bopper.
They're missing
Big
Big Bob.
Papali'i.
Papali'i's out with injury, but
Yeah.
Pasami Saulo's come in, and he's also a bit of a fridge himself.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the other fridges. Joseph Tapane, hopefully in the trials, he was killing it.
Yeah, best front row in the game.
Then your boy Hudson Young, who you have massive
Hudson,
raps on.
love Hudson. He's an Origin bolter this year. Very, very big smoke.
He was close enough last year.
can repeat
Elliot
that,
Whitehead, he's a rock, always in the
Solid.
second row. And at lock, Corey Harawira, who's obviously been there for a few years now and proven himself to be a handy backup when these players go
For
down.
those who play SuperCoach draft, and if he's on your free agents, get him now.
Get him,
He's
right?
playing lock.
now.
There you go.
And then not to mention Corey Horsburgh off the bench. But yeah, Jimmy, I'm with you. I think Cowboys win this and win well. Look, Dabble, I'm not going to just don't call the cops on me, everyone, please. don't call 000 here because they're giving the line at -7.5 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's criminal.
-7 for $1.72. I think that is as good as gold.
Cows have won the last 4 out of 5.
Yeah, and
So,
at Townsville,
and
round
Raiders
one.
got towed up by Dogs and Tigers in the trials.
Yeah.
With their full strength team.
Yeah.
So that is value alert, even though it's
we-
$1.70.
We're going to
100%.
win, and we're going to win well.
Hudson Young, anytime.
Anytime.
Get on that.
Okay.
I just want to tell.
We got to chuck a Raiders player in there.
I just want to tell you one thing, boys.
Tell
Tonight,
me.
for North Queensland's going to be 31 degrees on Saturday. If you think the Canberra boys are acclimatized to that,
No.
think twice. But yeah, my best bet for this game, I'm going to say that handicap. Take
line.
Cowboys -7.5, $1.72. During the week, it was -5.5, which
That is-
then you call 000.
Before Papa Lee got ruled
Yeah.
out.
100%.
Now get on. I'm going to say, I'm going to stick with Hudson anytime. Jimmy, what are you going to say?
Yeah, Murray Talangi.
Yeah.
First try.
Muzz.
First.
Get
him over.
Any,
That.
one try in the first half or first try?
First try scorer.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Perfect. But look, now we go to our team age.
Yep.
The South Sydney Rabbitohs. They're $1.50 favourites playing away from home to Cronulla Sharks, $2.55 on Dabble.
I think we're going to towel them up like we did in the
Towel
semi
'em up?
last year.
Wow.
Like we did in the semi.
No Hines.
Dominate them. No Nico. Trindle's a great replacement, but he's no Dally M.
Nico
halfback.
Hines being out is huge.
Massive. And our spine is already humming off the Charity Shield.
Yeah.
Trell Mitt season. Best bet, Trell Mitt to score.
Tromby to score. I like
That's
it.
it. He's going to score. He's not going to go to the Shire to play marbles. He's playing chess, not checkers, brother.
Well, speaking of Troll, he actually responded to one of our comments on Instagram and he said, yeah, playing chess,
Yeah,
not
he's
checkers.
like, I'm playing chess, not checkers. So
So he's ready.
if that doesn't scream Dally M near, I don't know what does.
But you're right. Like our team, South Sydney, I liked us even when we were versing Nico Hines, but with another year under all these rookies in our team's belt, it's just
Ilias with another year.
Ilias, Isaiah Tass in the
Tass,
centres,
Davey.
yeah,
You know?
even Keelan Kalamatangi. We think of him as an experienced player. He really only burst on the scene the last 2 years. So another year with him, incredible. So yeah, I do like South. Jim, do you want to give us any more praise over there?
No, I think you guys, took the words right out of my mouth. You guys, strong team named by South today. This is your full strength.
Yeah,
no,
close
Pretty
to
much.
it.
There's a few like
Jacob Host,
Sele,
Hostie's out.
Havili's still injured.
Yeah,
But we do have to give credit to the Sharks because what we saw in the trials, they were impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're a good team. But
Nico did play a massive role.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
yeah.
in their attack. But yeah, without Hines, it's going to be tough for Sharks. But
I think this will be the battle of the backlines. Look at the matchups. Ready? Will Kennedy versus Latrell Mitchell. Sione Katoa versus Alex Johnson.
Yep.
Jesse Ramian versus Isaiah Tass. Talakai versus Graham. And Ronaldo Mulatalo versus Isaiah Thompson.
it's just try scorers.
Everywhere.
They all
And-
can find the
and
line.
big bodies as well. We're talking Talakai, Graham, Thompson,
Yeah.
Trell.
They all can find the line.
They're bigger than most clubs forwards.
Yeah. What about value bets? Speaking of tries, do we have any try scorers for that match?
Look, if not value, but you know who's always going to
AJ.
score.
AJ, yeah.
Alex Johnson's always going to score.
2 or more.
Oh, 2 or more. Who's he opposing on that wing?
Katoa?
Katoa. Yeah, look, 2 or more is a bit of an ask, but look, if you want to juice up your multis, I'd add Alex Johnson in.
Yeah.
And look, South 6.5 line, you don't want to risk it with South. You
Yeah.
never know round one, but I do
Just-
think they win.
Yeah. Well, I have a value, guys.
Here we go.
Tommy Burgess. I'm jumping on the train. I'm staying on it. We
First
tipped him
try?
in the Charity Shield. We didn't do first. We would have been paying over 50s.
Yeah.
But we did any time, paying 750s, probably a similar price. All he has to do is get it from like 5 out and cha-ching.
Well, he scored in the trials, so he's doing well. But yeah, you can find all our bets for the South Sydney vs Sharks game on Double using the link in our bio. Now, the Sunday, there's 2 games, and one team is going to be the major talking point. It's the Redcliffe Dolphins. Or should I say
I wouldn't even call it a game, Mick.
The Dolphins.
the Dolphins? Sorry, no Redcliffe. But it's very odd. They claim it's our 100 years of history, whatever. Anyway, they're killing me slowly, the Dolphins.
But
Look, on Double, the odds are Sydney Roosters $1.14, the shortest priced favourites this round.
Should be suspended.
And the Dolphins are a whopping $5.25.
Should be suspended.
It should be
Mick.
suspended.
Like, Dolphins have zero chance of beating the Roosters.
Zero.
Zero.
Close.
Absolutely none.
Honestly, close to nothing.
Even with Manu out.
If Dolphins win, will you do anything on this podcast for next week?
What do you want me to do? It's not happening.
Dress up as a dolphin.
I'll dress up as the Dolphin for the whole podcast if they beat Roosters.
Okay.
That's fair.
There you go.
But
That's how
look,
confident I am.
the market has gone out just a little bit for the Roosters, but not much with Joey Manu and Joe Hargraves being out for the Roosters this week.
Yeah.
But do you see those two being out making too much of a difference on the result?
No, I don't think so.
It makes a difference to their right edge, though.
It does.
Corey Allen and Jackson Paulo.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know
Combination.
about that combo.
Well, look,
Yeah.
they are new signings, and we don't know what to think of them because obviously they never played together. But yeah, if I was the Roosters, I'd be telling them to pass left with Suali'i and Daniel Tupou.
Yeah, that
He's
left
the
side.
Egan
tallest
Butcher's there.
left edge in the comp.
Egan, Butcher. But it's good to see Katoa debut, NRL.
Isaiah Katoa, number
Isaiah
6
Katoa-
for the
Katoa.
Dolphins.
Winning that 5'8" spot over Milf. So excited to see him play.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so Wayne's off the Mills now. He likes the youngins now.
That's a good one. But Roosters have won 4 out of the last 6 games at Suncorp Stadium. So if history were to go by, I think Roosters are a good shot here. But look, we have to talk about the Dolphins. Their pack, it's actually not the worst, considering
A lot of old experience heads.
a lot of experience heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But look, we'll read it out. Jesse Bromwich, Jeremy Marshall-King, Jared Wallace. That's not a bad
I
front
like
row.
JMK.
Yep. Then the back row, they've stolen the Melbourne Storm second rows. Felice Kafusi and Kenneth Bromwich.
See, Kenny's still got a lot to
Look,
offer.
if they were still at the Storm, we wouldn't be batting an island. It's just because they're new signings for Dolphins.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, what can you tell us about Tom Gilbert at lock? Because he's
Hey.
got huge raps this preseason.
Yeah, I think he's in for a big year. Yeah, he was impressive last season. He's just tough, and he obviously made his Origin debut last year, and he was impressive in the Origin arena. So, yeah, I think he's got a lot to offer in that Dolphins pack. But, yeah, it's just...
when we spoke to Mark Nichols, we mentioned, has anyone impressed you in the preseason?
yeah,
And I know we hear about all the preseason hype with all
Yeah.
these players, but he said Gilbert is an absolute machine. He's training the house down, and he's young as well. So he's one to watch
That's
out
fair.
for.
But also, shout out to the number 17 for Dolphins, Kurt Donahue, who played incredible in the trials and earned himself a debut this week. So congratulations, Kurt.
It's good stuff.
Keen to watch you. Is this also a debutant here, or has he played before for the Roosters?
no, he's
He's played off
He's
the bench.
played,
yeah.
mate. Well, they're very slim on the bench, aren't they, Roosters?
Terrell
Yeah.
May.
Drew Hutchinson,
Hutchinson.
Fletcher Blake, White, and Terrell May.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the best
couple of big
bench, but
boppers in there.
Boys, what are we saying for this one? Roosters 13 plus? Are we saying it's a lock for double or what?
it's an absolute moral.
I'll tell you what is a good bet.
$1.53 on double.
I'll tell you what's a good bet. Nat Butcher.
Anytime.
Really?
Yeah, he always scores lately. eh?
Seriously, he's
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He's got that right edge spot locked up.
And that's the golden edge for the Roosters.
It is. So he'll score, and he might even score first. So if you don't want to put him first, just put him anytime because he's going to score.
I like that, Jimmy. I also like Tupa to score a double.
Double.
I did repeat the right edge for Roosters.
Yeah.
They won't be going there. They'll be going to Suali'i. And as long as Suali'i passes or gets cut out,
Yep.
we're on for a double for Toops.
Beautiful. Multi those up.
And then we go to the final game of the round. The West Tigers $1.72 versus Gold Coast Titans $2.10. Boys, is this almost the battle of the wooden spoon from last year?
It is last year's. It won't be this year's battle. Otherwise, Dolphins and Dragons will be versing. But Dragons have the bye.
Yeah.
So I think I'll be going Titans this one. I know
Titans?
Titans, yes.
Okay.
Might check. Titans. Titans were great in the trials. I
Yeah.
love the way Boyd and Fozza connected very well. And apparently off field, they're like best of mates.
Yeah, they are,
They don't
yeah.
do anything without each other.
They played golf together the
They
other
play everything
weekend.
together. And you can tell on the field, they'll bloody beautiful. So I think they're in for a beautiful one.
I was originally going with the Tigers for this game, and then I just saw John Bateman's out for this one. And they've put in Sean Bloy's not played a game in 500 days.
Good player, though.
Well,
very
Jimmy, you
good
have your
player.
Tigers jersey on. Is there any reason for that?
Mate, I'm on the Tigers train a bit.
Are you on the bus? The Tigers bus.
Is it the bus?
It's the bus.
It's the bus. I'm on the bus, I think.
Jesus.
Shainesy's gone there.
You're going to
with
want to
bench.
tap off with your Opal.
I don't have an Opal.
You just jumped on it.
Shainesy and Benji, the new centre of excellence. I think they're in for a big year.
Well, Jimmy,
Big
what
forward
about
pack.
this stat for you?
Here we go.
The last 4 games,
Yep.
Titans have beat Tigers.
The last 4.
Last 4. Do you
Was
think
Shainesy the coach?
he wasn't?
Well, there you go.
So you think Sheensy's just the biggest difference?
Tim Shanes, mate. And Benji?
Benji's not on the field, though. That's the
No,
problem.
but he's assistant.
I don't know, man. I think they'll take a while to gel the Tigers, but
it might take a bit of time, but there's I mean,
their team's better.
I think
It's way
there's
better.
I think there's going to be heaps of points in this one.
You think
It
so?
could be.
You could go the overs.
Could be. What's the line? Nick?
So the overs is 48.5.
Oh, yeah.
$2.08.
We're taking that.
One thing I want to look out for this game is I like the wingers for the Titans. Khan Pereira on debut.
Liar.
Fly. He scored 4 in the trials.
Yeah.
And you got Jojo Fafita, who's closely related to David Fafita there.
Cousins.
Cousins?
Yep, they're
I mean,
cousins.
you, mate.
There you
But
go.
I'm David and you're Jojo.
Yeah, I'm faster.
I score more tries. But yeah, look out for those two because they're going to be very impressive this game. I feel like coming up against Nofaluma and Charlie Staines, I think they might get the better of them.
Yeah, but speaking of feeders, Big David, he's going to be worth his paycheck this year. You heard it here first.
You reckon?
He's
Bold call.
He's going to live up to it.
I hope so
He's copped a
because
lot of shit recently, but I think this is his year. Their team's looking good,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to explode.
Anytime, try scoring.
Anytime. If he's over $3, triple your wage with Aiden. Take my money.
well, mine's very similar to yours. I actually going for the other second role for the Titans, Bo Firma. He ended the year scoring 5 tries, 5 games in a row, 5 tries.
Yeah, he was on fire.
So look, I like Bo Firma. I'll be going with him for any time try scorer and maybe into a cheeky Gold Coast Titans win, $2.10.
Beautiful. And there, speaking of Firma, there was like a NRL pick your positions for Titans.
Yep.
And the fans voted, and every single fan pretty much voted for Firma. He was like the number 1 lock in that
Really?
team.
Right.
So the fans love Firma, and it shows why he gets the tries.
Yeah.
He's done really well. And then that's all the games that are around. Obviously, the St. George Dragons have the bye this week. Will they win that one?
Mate, it's going to be tough. The bye's looking good. Dragons aren't.
Well, according to old mate, they're already winning the comp.
Yeah, well, Dragons are
+2.
winning the comp. They've got the bye. They're already 2 points ahead on the ladder.
There you go.
100%. But look, we did say we'll go over our NRL futures, so we'll go through that now. Premiership winner, boys. Who are you picking and why?
I'm going to go Panthers. I know
3P.
it's boring.
Boo.
3P is
3P.
coming.
Yeah.
As much as I hate it, Nathan Cleary potentially could get the Dally M. He's been close all the other years. I don't see why he can't get it this year. And as long as there's no injury to Cleary, I think they win.
Fair enough.
Beautiful.
Jim, who you going with?
Going the Chooks. The Roosters, yeah.
Ooh.
$6.
$6 on double.
Value.
Very valuable.
Absolute value. Reasons why. I think they just look good. I think this is their year. Like they've been ravaged with injuries the last couple of years.
Brendan Smith will help.
What about that continues, though, the injuries?
Well, if it doesn't, they're on.
They're
Yeah.
right.
Brandon
Exactly.
Smith, great signing. Swilly, Centers, he's got another year of NRL now. Yeah, I think this is their year, Roosters. They've been there or thereabouts.
They've got a great team.
They've got a
A
great
great
team.
spine,
Yeah.
good forwards, good backs.
So if fully fit,
Great coach.
Chooks.
I'm going to go South Sydney Rabbitohs, $11. I actually think that's quite decent odds for a
Considering
South.
it's the year of the rabbit.
Well, yeah, like I said, they have another year with all their rookies in the squad. I like Trell Mitchell after obviously he's come back from the USA, and I feel like he's like a Greg Inglis signing where Greg Inglis came to the club to win a premiership.
Yep.
I feel like Latrell's got that in his mind. Like, I'm here to win a premiership, not benefit myself. I want to win a premiership with South, no matter what it takes. So
I think he definitely will win one.
South at $11, I think it's good. And it's the year of the rabbit. Least win, boys. So the other end of the spectrum, I'll kick things off. St. George Dragons.
Yep.
The bye this week might be the only 2 points they get with their other buys. Look, no, with all due respect, their team does not impress me at all. I know you got Ben Hunt, but I'll put things in perspective for you. Ben Hunt almost played a Dally M year, and they still came close to the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Without Ben Hunt, let's say he goes down or he doesn't back up his form, I don't see anyone else steering the ship around. Obviously, got 2 new spine players, potentially 3 with their 5'8".
Little could be all right.
Yeah.
Sullivan could improve. He's
Yeah.
only young.
Sloan was on the out of the whole year last year. Now he's almost found himself into favouritism.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but at $6.50, I think that's good value for the Dragons.
Yeah, I was surprised it was $6.50. I thought it'd be a bit shorter than that. So
Jim, you have the
bit
same
of value.
I'm going the same. Yeah, Dragons. I think
$6.50 on double.
$6.50 value. For what you outlined, Mick. I think there's a few dramas there at the club, but yeah, if Ben Hunt doesn't back up, I think that's the big thing. If Ben Hunt doesn't back up his season that he had last year, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
They're
That is-
already in trouble now, but if Ben Hunt doesn't perform,
They're in big
He
trouble.
is the key, isn't
yeah.
he?
And Age, your least wins, the wooden spooners. for
My
this year.
least wins is very vanilla, like their jerseys, the Dolphins. Vanilla Coke. I think if it wasn't for Bennett, I'd be locking it in with permanent marker.
Yep.
But Bennett factor does worry me because he does get the best out of his players. But I just don't like their team. I don't think there's any marquee signings. Like, it's going to take a long time to build for the Dolphins, and this won't be the year. I'm sorry.
That's fair enough. Now, top 8 Smokies. So, H, who have you got for us as a top 8 Smoky?
Top 8 Smoky, I got Manly, $2.50. I think it's
Dabble?
great value.
Wow.
$2.50 on Dabble. If Turbo's fit, it's a big if, but if he's fit, they can even be a top 4 team. No
That's
joke.
fair enough.
So
That is fair.
That's good odds, $2.50.
$2.50 to make the 8.
I'm going
money.
Canberra Raiders. I know. They're very shaky up and down.
The trials are awful.
$2, you wouldn't consider that a Smoky, but I think it's as good as anything. They've got one of the easiest draws in the competition. I looked further into their draw. They play at home 11 times this year compared to other teams who sometimes play 9, 10.
Isn't there 27 rounds?
Yeah, buys and
Buys
you
and
play like
stuff.
Magic Round.
Yeah.
You play the ones where you take it to Cairns or Dubbo.
Yeah.
They play a lot. They're one of the most home played teams.
Yeah.
They also play last year's bottom 8 a whopping 14 times.
That's the stat.
That's the stat.
But I don't know. Is Raiders a real deal? Can the
We'll
milk
find
do
out.
it?
Well, we'll find out.
We'll have to see what the milk do.
I do like the milk, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The trials put me off a lot.
That's fair, but trials aren't everything. Jimmy,
My top 8 Smoky, we said it before. I've jumped on the bus. Without an opal. The Tigers.
wow.
Sheensy and Benji, the new centre of excellence. I hate repeating myself.
But you're going to have to.
But, hey, $4 to make top 8. Get on.
That's
Get
not
on.
bad. If their new signings can gel,
Yeah.
mate, we might be thinking back and going, mate, we should have loaded the house
Yeah.
responsibly.
Yeah.
$4. Yes, gamble responsibly if you're out there.
$4. But, yeah, look, they've got new signings. It's going to take a while to gel. But Johnny Bateman knows what it's about. He'll come back and he'll take them.
And we just want to say that if you want to copy all these bets, they are on Dabble, and use the link in our description and sign up using the code Cast Patrol.
Boys, I'm going to quickly go over our ladder predictions. Me and Jimmy went over this another episode, but it's going to be real quick.
Yeah.
So in first, we've got Panthers. Second, Roosters. Storm third. South fourth.
Yep.
That's our top 4.
I agree with that top 4,
Yep.
but my order might change.
Yep, that's fair. And then we got Cowboys, Eels, Sharks, Manly to finish the 8.
Yep.
That's a solid one. I'd probably put Raiders in there.
Yeah, and then just missing the 8, we got Broncos, Raiders, Dogs, Tigers, Titans.
I think,
And then-
they make up
you like
the contenders
Well,
for
this
the
could be
8.
anything. The 9 till 15 could be anything.
But I agree with your bottom 4 here.
yeah, bottom 4, Knights, Warriors, Dragons, Dolphins.
Yeah, I think they'll be the bottom 4, and the order will probably change around a fair bit in there. But yeah.
But yeah, some teams aren't looking good, but there's a lot that have a lot of potential this year.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think it's time now for some play on or penalty. It is back for this week. So let's kick it off. Playing 60 minutes of footy and making 10 tackles as hooker. Play on or penalty, boys. What do you reckon?
Who asked this question?
Hey, it got sent in.
Got set in. Anonymous?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Well, if you're playing for the Ronald McDonald charity and you're playing 60 minutes in the heat,
Yep.
I'm going to take 10 plus every day.
10 tackles.
Play on.
I'm going to say a massive penalty. That's shocking.
10 tackles as hooker.
That's bad.
Mate, they only missed 4, and half of them were me running to get
That's
there.
not
and
a good
diving.
percentage at all.
Mate.
That's
It's
horrible.
a terrible percentage.
In 60 minutes of footy, jeez.
So I'm going to say penalty there.
Yeah, massive penalty.
But
damn it.
play
I was
on
expecting
for
more.
the heart that he didn't show.
It's all about ticker.
Good ticker. Next one is watching the races whilst on the dance floor. Play on or penalty.
Ooh.
We've done this before, haven't we?
Have
We've done
to.
it at festivals. And
We've
that.
done it a few times.
Mm.
I think it's a play on. If you've got a bet on,
Yeah, even if you don't, if it's a big race.
Look, the race is only a minute 30. I'm sure a minute 30 out of your night's not going to change too much. And now Dabble, they have Sky Racing
They do.
on the app.
Yeah,
So,
you don't know, if you can bet on Dabble and then watch it on Dabble.
easy. It's accessible for everybody.
Don't need any
massive,
other app.
massive play on.
You don't need another app.
Yeah. Beautiful. Next one, microwaving the milk before putting in the cereal.
Who does that?
That is appalling.
Yeah, this was sent in by my girlfriend, Katie. Apparently, she saw someone at work doing this.
Jesus.
So they warm up the milk and
So,
then they put
yep.
like Wheat Bix in or something like that?
Oh,
Is it like
some
a
sort of cereal.
porridge from Wish? Like, what is it?
I don't know. No, so they pour the milk into the bowl.
Yep.
Microwave it.
Yep.
Take it out, then put the cereal in.
That's a
Mm.
penalty.
That's a penalty.
What's going on there?
That's not it.
But related to milk and cereal, do you put the cereal in first or the milk?
Cereal first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I normally do cereal, but at work now because I have to go to the kitchen first, get a bowl. I put milk in. I don't want to do like back and forth.
For convenience.
So I did it today.
Yeah.
Tell you what, my wheat bix looked like they were in the kiddie pool. It was just
Shocking.
nothing. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. No, I think that's a penalty.
So penalty
for
is
that
only one right way to do it.
Yeah. Last one for this week. I think this has been going around for a while, but KFC replacing the wicked wings in the Zinger box. So they replaced it with the hot and spicy boneless chicken.
Oh, it's not the worst option.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. It's
Like
very
Wick-
similar tasting.
It
Wicked
is.
wings are better, but by
Yeah.
how much?
Wicked wings are goated.
Wick wings are good.
Is it enough to penalise them?
But replace it like the Zinger box. This is like the pinnacle of
It's a
KFC.
staple of them.
Yeah.
And they've just replaced it.
It is pretty sad.
They're just like stuff you.
I'm
gonna
gonna say
give him
play
a
on.
warning. I'm
gonna
gonna
put-
give him a
yeah.
warning and play on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll play on. I don't mind the boneless. Sometimes it's
It
alright
is
to
good.
just not worry about a bone in the
Yeah,
middle.
it is
Yeah.
good. But yeah, we'll give them a warning this time,
Warning,
eh?
yeah,
Give 'em a
definitely
warning.
warning.
Warning: you've been sanctioned, KFC.
All right,
number
listen to
one.
questions, Mick.
I'll do it this week.
Or
So
H.
at KCP 682, will the Storm win on Thursday night? Well, as we just touched on, they've not lost their round one game in 20 years. So if history repeats, there will be another one win for them.
Bellamy is the master of getting his team ready for round one.
They'll be ready.
And I'm with Bellamy. They win.
Yeah,
Tip him.
they'll be ready
Easy.
to go.
At Rosie Fadul, the most likely upset for round one.
Well, I'll take this one. Best bet, Knights. So I'd have to say Knights is a good upset at $2.50.
That's fair. I'm going to say the Gold Coast Titans, $2.10. I like
Yeah, I like
what I
Titans as
see.
Titans. Yeah, I'll just go with age. I think. Yeah, Knights.
Knights.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. This is for the UFC on the weekend at Steph.Saunders. Who do you think is going to win, John Jones or Cyril Gain at UFC 285?
It's good to see John Jones back.
It's good to see.
the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
probably one of the best fighters of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd still like to see him get knocked out by Gain.
Oh.
Yeah.
As good as Gain is, I don't think he beats.
I don't think
if
he
John
beats.
Jones comes back the way he's
Yeah.
meant to, there won't be a contest.
What are the odds? Do we have odds on
Yeah,
double?
I can get the odds up if you guys talk for a bit longer.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't really like John
he's-
Jones.
he hasn't
He's a
fought-
great fighter.
He hasn't
don't get me
fought in a
wrong.
while.
He hasn't fought in a
I
while.
just don't know if I'm vibing. I like Gain.
Look.
If he's over $2,
All right, you've
might,
yarned
might
enough.
get a bit
The
on.
odds: John Jones $1.60 into Cyril Gain $2.35.
Yeah, there you go. $2.35 for Gain.
Actually, no,
That's
I
value.
might chuck him on my best bet.
Ooh, $1.60.
John Jones.
You won't do anything.
Yeah. Next question from Ados the Great, who we played with the Ronald McDonald
love
team.
that. Ados, great bloke and a big runner.
Oh, he ran
Big
some
bopper.
Wait, what did
big
you tell
runs.
him the second half, Mick?
Look, I told him at halftime. I said, "Mate," he goes, "Man, I haven't played league before." I go, "Mate, your job's simple. You get that ball,
And
you
just
tuck
run.
it under your right arm, and you run straight
and
and
he
you
had
get
that
meters."
fluoro green headgear on.
Oh, the best.
And he took those instructions on board
The
because he
best.
was making 10 to 15 meters per
Even
run.
I know.
Yeah.
Incredible. So he wants to know, should we change up the teams for the charity match or keep them the same? Ooh.
That is self-explanatory. Change them up. I reckon me and Mick thought of this idea. We go Cast Patrol on one team, like in England when they do the
Sidemen,
Sidemen
yeah,
versus
yeah.
hashtag, whatever.
We go SportShed versus Cast Patrol teams.
Yep.
And we all draft
Like
our
a
teams.
schoolyard pick.
Bang. So there's 3 and 3, and then we just fill out the team one by
Yeah.
one.
Bang, bang, pick, pick, pick. And then that way, look,
way
you
it's
can't complain
even.
about the teams.
Yeah,
Hopefully there's no
true.
pullouts.
True.
But yeah, I would like to keep you on our team, though, because you were trucking some
Adolf-
serious
Adolf-
stuff.
the
First
great
draft pick.
first pick.
Mate, he's a South fan as well. What more do you want?
Exactly.
Maybe a hooker that makes more than 10 tackles.
What about
True.
a fucking centre that can run more than 7 times? Or more than 3?
when he scores 2 tries and 6 runs, you should give him the ball more, boys.
Yeah, probably.
At Tazalam 700, thoughts on Paul Alamotti and Blake Moser?
Well, we know what you think of Paul. Paul's a beast.
Paul Alamotti
And
from
he-
the Bulldogs,
he close to
beast.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Moser, good talent.
From the Broncos?
Haven't seen too much of him. Have
Yeah,
you seen, Jim?
from the Broncos. He's been in the system since he's like 2011, 2013.
Yeah.
So since he's been a kid.
Wow.
So yeah, big raps on him. Hopefully we'll get to see him at some point this
He's
year.
a halfback, right?
Yeah, he's a
So
half.
he's under one of the best to play the game.
Yeah,
Renault.
Renault,
He'll teach him a lot. So
Yeah, excited. Both exciting young players, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of them in years to come.
perfect. Let's get on tips of the week. The last segment.
Look, you've
You know
already,
my tip.
you've already mentioned Newcastle
Knights,
tonight.
double your wager with age. Do, whatever you want.
Do you have a non-betting tip for the audience?
Yeah, go to Grand Thai Massage in Maroubra
Oh, God.
and you will be relieved.
Oh, see, when you say it like that, you make it sound suspicious.
Now you're selling it.
Now you
Just go and find out.
Yeah.
My tip, I actually watched a movie called Young Spirit on Netflix.
Young Spirit.
It's a story about Jesse. It's like a movie that not documentary, like a remake of Jessica Watson, that 16-year-old girl that circumnavigated the whole globe in a little pink boat.
What'd you say? Circumnavigated?
Circumnavigated.
Oh, you said circumcised for a minute. What's going on, Mick?
Mate, do you boys remember in 2009 when she travelled around the whole world in a little pink boat? They made a movie about it, and let me tell you, it's
Cracker?
Cracker. Okay. We turned it on Sunday night. Feel good story.
On Netflix?
On Netflix. Netflix story. She is going around the world, and it's an Australian movie. It's so good to see.
What was it called again?
Young Spirit.
Young Spirit. I'll give it a watch.
My tip of the week is, if you're a fan of golf, go watch Full Swing on Netflix. Behind the scenes.
Is it good?
It's unreal. It's
Really?
like Drive to Survive. Like,
Drive to Survive's out now as well.
Yeah,
So
the
I'm
new
jealous of that.
season's out. But
What about the tennis one? Anyone see that one?
I haven't watched the
You
tennis
know what?
one.
I couldn't get into it just because
I saw the Nick Kyrgios.
I saw Kyrgios episode.
episode.
But
Yeah.
the players they chose to focus weren't the best.
Yeah, and they all got like knocked out of the
Yeah.
straight away.
No,
It's a
yeah.
curse,
But
back to the
yeah.
golf one.
No, if you love golf, go watch it. Like just the behind the scenes of like what they do and what these guys go through on a daily basis is unreal. So yeah, go watch that.
But about that Drive to Survive, it's massive news because Max Verstappen, it's his first season back, doing it since the debut season. Because
he wasn't in the other one?
In the first season, they painted him as the reason why Daniel Ricciardo left Red Bull and painted him as an enemy.
Like a villain.
And he goes, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore.
he's
And
back.
he just won all these titles and they go, Max, you're back, welcome. He goes, yes, I'm back. And he's the king of F1 at the minute, so...
He's a full robot, eh?
He's similar to Haaland, just robots.
Yeah, and like Djokovic. They just don't do anything wrong. They're just in the zone. They're robots.
Pretty much how Cameron Smith was just a robot.
Yeah.
100%. But look, that's the week this week. We hope round one goes well for everyone and your team gets up, unless you're the Sharks or Raiders.
Yeah, true. But have a good week, guys, and see you next week.
Yeah, footy's back. Can't wait
Footy's
for next
back.
week, guys.
And backcast never lasts. See you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.